Because here's what he didn't realize, because he'd been protected and pampered and made over for so long, nobody is going to fight Brock Lesnar. If he mouths off and runs his dick liquor about people or two people or whatever the fuck, nobody's going to fight him. They're just going to pull out a gun and fucking shoot him. Because would you fight Brock Lesnar?
No.
No, he's a fucking beast. He's a goddamn genetic fucking freak, and nobody's going to fight him. But if he said the wrong thing to the wrong person, they're going to fucking shoot him. And I don't care how tough he is, he ain't going to nip up after a fucking gunshot to the fucking head.
Hey guys, my name is Devontae and I'm back at it again with another video. Before I continue, first and foremost, props and shout out to the homie Sam Carderas for giving me a heads up on this, bringing this up to my attention. Because of course, like every fucking liberal out there, they can never stay consistent on their own motherfucking principles. Never. This is my problem with liberalism overall. This is my problem overall with progressives. I won't even say liberals. Let's keep them out of the equation because not all of them are like this, okay? Let's talk about progressives, okay? They can sit here on their motherfucking podium all goddamn day and they can say a bunch of bullshit that they don't believe in. You got motherfuckers like that. What's that dude's name again? What's that dude's name? Hassan Piker? You got motherfuckers like this cat right here who will go all day buying a bunch of clothes, buying a bunch of jewelry, buying all these cars, but sit here on his goddamn platform bitching and moaning and complaining and groaning about socialism, about how capitalism is the worst thing in the world, yet you're one of the motherfuckers where if it wasn't for capitalism, you wouldn't be on this platform holding in all your goddamn money, using it for all your pleasures and whatnot. And you got all these motherfuckers, AOC, the squad, all these motherfuckers who have a position in Congress right now because of certain things such as capitalism, the complete opposite of socialism, right? And that brings you to the biggest progressive of them all when talking within the context of professional wrestling, which I find very fucking ironic considering that you have the traditional views of every fucking wrestling I'll put it to you this way. You guys tell me, is there not a traditional aspect when discussing Jim Cornette, when quoting Jim Cornette, when hearing Jim Cornette speaks? Is there not a traditional aspect at all when talking about or honing in any critiques he has about professional wrestling? Never mind professional wrestling, the actual viewing experience of a wrestling fan. Is there not anything within the context, within the visual aspects of what Jim Cornette likes to hone in on that he does not talk about from a traditional aspect? That isn't a conservative type of talking point, huh? When talking about Jim Cornette and how his upbringing is, listen to how he talks about certain things in certain contexts, going up and down from the years of 1962 when this motherfucker was born, or 61, who gives a fuck, coming up to the present time. Almost everything he talks about, he calls and complains about because of how fucking degenerate it is, right? Now tell me why every fucking thing in regards to Jim Cornette has to be an absolute fucking contradiction. Why does it always has to be a complete hypocrisy of his own fucking lifestyle? Now you're probably asking yourselves right now, what the fuck am I talking about right now? Now see, you guys are probably just like me. You aren't fucking terminally online, right? You guys are like me, so maybe you aren't aware of what the fuck just happened right now, right? A couple of hours ago, if you will. Again, shout out to the homie Sam Carderas. Let me kind of catch you guys up of a little thing. And you know what? Let's take this in order. Let's do this in a timely fucking manner. Links are down in the description box below. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Kane's tweet, because I want to give you guys proper context as to what the fuck Jim Cornette is bitching hypocritically about, if I might add. Let's go to Kane's tweet first. Just kind of give you guys proper context. So Kane puts out this tweet. Americans use guns defensively between 500K and 3 million times a year. The bad guys will always have firearms. Gun control makes the rest of us sitting ducks. Now this is a reply to the YAF, if you guys aren't familiar with the YAF, the Young Americans for, what's their, I think it's the Young Americans, oh no, I don't think this is YAF, I think this is the Young Americans for Liberty, whatever. They post a tweet of a group of criminals attempted an armed robbery on a father while his family was inside. Security footage shows what happens when would-be victim is not disarmed and the sitting down. So again, I'll post this in the beginning of the video so you can get proper context. That was Kane's tweet. That's what he was referencing, right? And then it continues on. Hang on for a second, because again, I want to paint this out for you guys so you know I'm not being bad faith here before I point out the blatant hypocrisy from a fucking Jim Cornette, and you can fucking share this with this fact. Let me not say any slurs, because in the end of the day, I want this video to be shared. I want Jim Cornette to see this, because maybe he's not understanding his own past history. This is followed up by Kane saying 94% of public mass shootings in the U.S. occur in gun-free zones. What did he say that wasn't factually true? Can you guys tell me? What wasn't factually true about anything of what Kane just said in reference to what the video just showed currently right now at the moment? You tell me, what was the blatant problem with that? Never mind the quote of what Kane is saying from a factual standpoint, from a statistical standpoint, considering some of these goddamn libtards, they like to talk about numbers and stats all the times, right? Okay, so Kane just brought up a statistic for you right there. That was the framing of what he was discussing about when posting about a fucking father who was damn near killed in his own home, but he had a gun to protect himself. What did Jim Cornette say? Because again, that's how these tribalists work. They can't even think. They can't sit and think with their own fucking brains. It has to be a tribalistic position for every fucking single thing. Everything has to be tribalism. Even if it contradicts your own lifestyle, if the group says so, then you have to follow fucking behind it. Jim Cornette, I shit you not, this idiot, he tweets back at Kane, and 100% of them are the fault of gutless elected officials like you who pander to the right-wing hillbillies instead of acknowledging the insanity of our gun laws and doing something to severely restrict access to them. So fuck off, your MAGA horse shit, Glenn. Oh my fucking God. Again, did you even see what he said? All you seen was gun, and then you just fucking went off the limb. You just fucking went off the fact that he mentioned the word gun. You didn't even understand the context of what he was fucking discussing. Private ownership for gun owners. That's it. Have your hoisters to protect yourselves. You can talk about whatever you want to discuss. Gun-free zone. He pointed out you a factual statistic that you couldn't even fucking combat. Your combat stance was hey, well, look at this. He mentioned the word gun. He supports Trump. Therefore, I must go up against him. Never mind the context of what Glenn was discussing or what Kane was discussing within his tweet. So, did you guys see the video in the intro? Because I'm pretty sure I'm smart enough to put this in the fucking intro. You guys seen that? Let me remind you guys. Let's show that video one more time. Did you guys get that? Hun? Did you guys see that? I want you guys to tell me what the fuck Jim Cornette was talking about right there with Brock Lesnar, which was way less of a scenario. As a matter of fact, there were no actions taking place directly in that moment like it was for this guy would have been dead right now. Probably dead if it wasn't for having a gun to protect him, whereas Jim Cornette threatened with a gun. He threatened with a gun to Brock Lesnar, according to his own story. He threatened a gun to Brock Lesnar after the situation was already done with. He doesn't have a problem with that. Yet, right here in this tweet, talking about a fucking guy who nearly died in a robbery attempt. Oh no, that guy, he's fucking insane. Kane is fucking insane for pointing out why it was good for this guy to have a gun. Bro, I'm tired of these nut jobs. I'm tired of people like Jim Cornette. I'm tired of these assholes who are never consistent in their own principles, who are never consistent in their own message, who are never consistent within their own actions. It's not even a double standard. It is blatant contradiction. It is blatant hypocrisy. And he does this all the fucking time. every single scenario that has to be with a conservative position, he has to go against just because it's a conservative position. And it makes things even fucking worse because his own position, his whole fucking position, you've seen it in the tweet. Give me proper context if you guys can't. But tell me, his whole fucking tweet is literally about fuck the MAGA. It has nothing to do with the position of what Kane is saying. It's all tied right back into fucking Trump. It's all about fucking Trump. Not even understanding that most conservatives, I can tell you right fucking now, as a person who is a conservative, I can tell you right now, probably like what, 30%, if I'm not mistaken, when you talk about the overall, not even 30, it's probably less than that. Actually, I think it's like 16%, maybe even lower right now after the whole statistics came out about Joe Biden treading when talking about him versus Trump in all the key swing states. This has just been reported like what, like a day or two ago? Like, I can tell you right now that less than 15% of Republicans, actually, I could probably do you further if you talk about Nikki Haley and you talk about Tim Scott and all these other people who are within the Republican Party. I can tell you right now, let's say 30% altogether. 30% of conservatives do not care for Trump, do not want him as a representative because they don't feel that he actually cares about conservatism. That's the point. I can tell you right now, some of the ideas that Jim Cornette has, I guarantee you some of them Trump actually agrees with. Abortion, for an example. I can tell you right now that most likely, actually not most likely, Trump already had a controversy a couple of months ago talking about abortion and how he wasn't really for it to the degree of how someone like Ron DeSantis was for it. I can tell you right now that Jim Cornette currently right now on his stance on Israel, which by the way, there are a lot of conservatives just like me who are for Israel. Jim Cornette's for Israel. I guarantee you, because he knows that conservatives for Israel, he'll probably switch on the dime when it comes to Israel. That's how much of a fucking tribalist he is. And we let this cat get away with this all the fucking time. It is mind-boggling to me, and I try my very best to ignore this. I really, really fucking do. He'll be the first person to talk about racism where there's a fucking video on you saying the N-word 25 years ago, almost 30 years ago, when in reference to New Jack. There'll always be something in regards to Jim Cornette's past that's really the stereotypical position when talking about a conservative. Leave it up to him. But at the same fucking time, he practices it in fucking face value. He does it all the fucking time. Conservatives, Republicans, right-leaning to a certain degree, center-right, hell, even libertarians at this point. Stop following Jim Cornette. Stop it. He does not like you. He explicitly said if you're a conservative and you say anything in regards to conservatism, it doesn't have to be about Trump. Just anything in regards to conservatism, automatically he'll block you. He'll block you. Even if you agree with his wrestling principles, he will block you. He hates conservatives. He hates the right. Even if the right agrees with some of his own fucking ideology, he hates you. What fucking part do you not understand? Why do you think I stopped following this douchebag like 3 years ago? Why? I don't need to hear his fucking wrestling perspective all the goddamn time while at the same time acknowledging that he hates me. He hates people like me because I don't follow the same ideology as him. We can't even sit down and have a discussion to hash out the things that are similar in context in regards to what his positions are versus what the next person's positions are. Hell, he himself does not care about the progressives. I can tell you right now, I can tell you right fucking now that almost everything that the progressives stand for, I guarantee you that Jim Cornette doesn't care for. But no, it's because they happen to be left-leaning, and because he's left-leaning, that has to be now, we're now great friends. Not even knowing that, you dumb fuck. The people that you bash in AEW for the most part, they're almost all progressives and they all fucking hate you. I guarantee you, I'll look through it right now, I guarantee you there are some people who are saying shit like, whoa, this is the only thing that I agree with Jim Cornette on. I guarantee you. Look at this, I guarantee you, I don't have to go far. Let me see. Corny versus Kane. Get him, Corny. All this stuff. What laws will stop that? I'm looking at this. That's the second worst burn. Unfortunately, Saudi is okay. America, I don't think the right-wing hillbilly is okay. Looking for it right now. I guarantee you. Looking for it right now. I guarantee you I'll find a fucking tweet right now. Oh, boom. Where is it? I just seen it not too long. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim, for the saying, okay, blah, blah, blah. History, blah, 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 blah. Thank you, Jim. 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 Amen, Jim. Big W, Jim. Notice, Jim. Okay. Bruh, I guarantee you I can find one right now. Damn, these tweets are happening in real time, so it's so fucking hard to find. But I guarantee you there are some fucking tweets in here saying, oh, I finally agree with Jim Cornette or something. I guarantee you. I can't see it right now because I'm currently in the middle of fucking recording this, and his tweets are flooding in little by little. But I guarantee you there are some fucking tweets that are saying things like, oh, wow, I actually agree with Jim Cornette on this for a goddamn change. I guarantee you. I can't find it right now. As a matter of fact, I think I seen it earlier on. Let me see. I can't believe I'm saying this, but go get him, Jim. That's one tweet right there, but I guarantee you there are plenty more tweets. As if you keep scrolling, I guarantee you, because these progressives do not like Jim Cornette because of his fucking past. It's mind-numbing. It's mind-numbing to me. It pisses me off because it's like, dude, and this is all politics. He is a part of the fucking problem. I can tell you as a conservative, there are left-leaning people out there that I do like listening to. Destiny, Stephen Bonner, however you like to refer to him. He's a streamer. You guys are probably familiar with who Destiny is. If you like video games, if you don't want to debate bro shit, he's a leftist, a hardcore leftist. He describes himself as a progressive. But I listen to because you can actually have fucking discussions with the guy. He's actually tolerable. It's people like Jim Cornette, and yeah, there are some people on the right who also fucking converge in this stupid-ass ideologue, dogmatic way of fucking thinking, and it's frustrating for him to always bitch and moan about Trump destroying the country, the right wing destroying the country, when it's people like you who are incredibly fucking divisive. You are brutally divisive. You are what's wrong with politics in America. You are what's wrong as to why people don't want to have discussions at the kitchen table when it comes to politics, because we have to deal with your shitty fucking way of thinking and your shitty fucking rhetoric. Fuck Jim Cornette, man. If you guys have any thoughts down in the comment section below that you want to bring up or talk about in regards to Jim Cornette being a blatant fucking hypocrite, as if this hasn't even been well known, go ahead and discuss down in the comment section. But please tell me how the fuck having guns, specifically talk about this topic right here, please tell me how the fuck Jim Cornette can have this position in regards to guns when discussing something like Brock Lesnar. Then you get the actual fucking scenario taking place with robbers, and Kane, a Republican, says something about it. The same fucking position Jim Cornette had in regards to going after Brock Lesnar. Now all of a sudden it's wrong because a right-wing person said it. Fucking unbelievable. Fuck Jim Cornette.